Hello and welcome to Side Character Quest. I have a very peppy attitude today to counteract the absolute brutal ending of last week's episode. I hope that you're looking forward to what's going to happen next, because I know one person isn't.
Yeah, I feel like Ty's overly peppy attitude is going to perfectly counterbalance how angry I still am about the turn that this story has taken. I feel betrayed. I feel like this is gonna, I feel like there was one of these episodes last arc where you could definitely tell I was angrier than normal, and this is gonna be the episode for this arc where it's gonna be like, ooh, Mallory's being kind of mean to Ty.
I feel like that
this
one
time
there
there's
wasn't
a reason
really.
though.
Yeah, last
the
time
other
it was
one we were
just
just
like
both sleepy.
we were both just sleepy, and so it just sounded like we were bad.
This time it's deserved.
This time I earned it. All right, so let's do a quick recap of what happened last episode.
Wait, time out first.
Yes.
How many episodes have we done for Alton total, do you think?
How many did he have the first time? 8?
I don't remember. I think it was 8. I'm just thinking that it's probably been about 15 episodes, maybe, give or take. Mm-hmm. And Ty has finally forced me into combat. I don't see any way I can get out of this one.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to roll for initiative.
Oh, delightful.
But we can still recap, sorry.
Yes, recap.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. Recap. Last episode, we saw Alton fill in his apprentice Danny, about the situation with the skeletal woman that they were trying to assist regain her living form and thus help all of the skeletal folks, presumably. We saw Alton commandeer some kayaks.
We were gonna take him back.
Yeah.
I don't know if we will anymore, but we were gonna.
From a guarded shed, we saw him take a nice calming kayak tour through the marsh to a small sandbar island. I'm sure Eli is gonna be really mad with my use of sandbar or my use of island or some sort of marine term that I use. Maybe the fact that I call it marine and it's on the shore. I don't know. But at any rate.
I don't know what the exact word is either, but I can picture it exactly in my head.
Yes.
And I hope that's all that matters. Hopefully everyone else can picture it exactly in their head too.
Yeah, listener, if you can't
if you're
picture...
not from the south, east coast, it's essentially a very tiny island.
It's a very tiny island. It's mostly sand with a few trees, I think I said, and driftwood and marsh around it. But anyway, and then you guys did a ritual which seemed to go off without a hitch, and yet it did something horrific to Moreen instead of curing her.
Unless she was always a sand monster and Alton misread the entire situation.
It was just
this is what she wanted all along. That's what I have to tell myself.
Is she a human? Is she an elf? Is she a sand monster? Who knows? Who's to say? Ugh.
Well, now she's a sand monster, so.
Now she's a sand monster. Oh boy, yeah, I know, it's a heavy feeling.
I don't know why, like, I feel like the last arc, I was just fully prepared for you to be throwing bullshit at me all the time, and I was like, ready for it. But this arc, I don't know at what point I was just like, oh, this is just like a fun story we're telling. Like, well, Ty's totally on my side.
Alton's on vacation.
Yeah,
exactly.
It just, like, as soon as we were past the danger with the mayor, I think, let my guard down, and here we are.
You were on island time.
Here we are.
Yeah. So are you ready to get into this?
No.
Okay. We're gonna do it anyway.
Cool. Hey, listeners, if Alton dies, stop listening to the show. Because I will.
Oh boy, I feel like
No pressure, Ty.
This show is really due for some character death, though. Anyway, let's get into this. Fade out, or whatever. Not fade out, whatever. You know what I mean.
Fade in.
There is a soft breeze going through the main street, St. Simone's Island. A goblin rests easy in their bed in the back of their shop. An innkeeper counts the till at her inn while her children play, laughing and signing with one another. A mayor prowls the streets, trying not to look suspicious and trying not to panic. Lumineers stand watch at every dock and at the one bridge to the mainland. Meanwhile, a short row away, 4 figures stand on a smaller island. Barely an island, really. And here the wind is not a soft breeze. It is growing and it is turbulent, and the tide shifts with it. The ground shifts and sways. They stand on a circle drawn in the sand, and the waves are already washing it away, and the tallest figure stumbles to the side. How is Alton feeling in this moment?
What exactly does he see? As like I know you just described the atmosphere, but what does Moreen currently look like?
Moreen, so I believe I said she was still wearing her robes, and they are soaked through. They were dark robes, so they're soaked through. He can see her hood has been pulled down, and so he mostly just sees her looking exactly the way she always has, except that he can see her hand, which is dark brown like wet sand, and he can see her head from behind as she is sort of stumbled on the ground, which is once again dark brown like wet sand. And he also can see her other arm, which has turned into a massive claw made of driftwood, sand, and water, flotsam and jetsam, that is almost like ripped open the sleeve of that robe. And she looks like she is like shaking a little bit, but she isn't speaking or moving right now. I suppose I could have you roll a perception check to see if you can see anything else. Or does that satisfy you with your passive perception of 15?
I feel like that satisfies what I was wondering, because I was wondering if he could see, like if he just saw and it looked like she was just covered in sand, I feel like he would assume that everything was fine. But if he can see a claw,
yes,
coming out of her, I imagine he can see
something's gone wrong. This
is not the correct outcome.
Had I mentioned the claw last time or no?
You did, but I didn't know where.
Good.
You mentioned it as in like the dramatic ending.
Gotcha. Not whether you saw it.
But I didn't know if we were still in this moment or if Alton saw it, or because I couldn't remember where I was in the triangle circle thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, she spoke to you right as like while that was forming, I believe, and she has sort of stumbled to the side after that has happened. Okay,
cool. Alton is worried.
I mean, fair.
About Moreen, about Danny, Warwick himself.
Yeah.
The rest of the people on the island.
On St. Simone's?
Yeah.
Okay, because like this island is not populated.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry, I should have clarified.
Yeah.
And we are the only people on this island. I mean, I'm worried about all of the people on this island,
Yeah.
but also on the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have time before I have to do something to be like? Does Alton have time to look to Wark? What's Wark's reaction to this? Because I imagine that Alton's reaction, or like what he's going to do next, is going to largely depend on Wark's current like fear level.
Yeah, I guess because you like you've always shown that Alton just sort of looks to Wark whenever any sort of like magic thing happens.
Right.
And,
yeah. He has no idea what's happening. I imagine he's wise enough to pick up that it is not good.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would look to Wark. What's Wark look like, Ty?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll a quick Arcana check for Wark to see how well he thinks he understands the situation.
Cool.
Oh no. I wasn't setting it like too. Okay. He rolled a 5, which brings him up to 11, which is he does not feel any more competent than you, other than he knows that. Sorry, let me clarify. Mallory just cheesed at me, gave me a face. He definitely
Wark should at least know a little more than Alton.
Yes, he is confident that something has gone wrong, and he looks shocked, and he looks worried. He does not look in this moment scared.
Okay.
And he doesn't, but he doesn't look confident either. He looks very thrown by this. Yeah.
Cool.
And he isn't saying anything yet. I'm letting you like take initiative.
Yeah,
on,
no.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, I guess the fact that he does not have a look of just complete and utter fear on his face means that Alton would at least call out to Moreen. I'm trying to think of what he would even say. Moreen, is that still you?
I'm pausing. There's some silence in this moment because I genuinely don't know how she would respond to this. I think that when she hears you speak, when she hears you say that, you see her stiffen a little bit. And I want you to roll me a perception check, or maybe an insight. No, perception.
Okay. It wasn't great. 6.
What? That's like, wait, what did you actually roll?
Sorry, I moved the die, but my wisdom is 2. I rolled a 4.
A wisdom?
My wisdom is 2. I rolled a 4.
Oh, because perception. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perception. Still wisdom, but I can add my proficiency bonus to it. So, what did I say? 6? So 9.
Okay.
Still not great.
I feel like, yeah, you don't really notice anything in particular in this moment, but she has like stiffened a little bit, and she, without looking at you, you hear a sound that sounds incoherent.
Cool. Can't wait to hear the audio for this episode to see what that's going to sound like. Break me off a piece. Break me off a piece of a sample.
It doesn't sound incoherent in the sense that it sounds like some weird, crazy noise. It sounds like somebody trying to speak but not like being able to form words.
Okay. She could form words at the end of the last episode. I'm just saying.
She could. I mean, yeah, she could.
But she's not looking at me right now.
No, she is still looking at the ground, and you can see her, like, her head sort of turning. After she said that to you, you can see her like starting to like sit back, so that she can sit up and is still sort of facing away from you, because you were behind her, remember?
Right.
And she's looking at her her hand and her claw right now.
Okay. While she's not looking at Alton, he is going to silently wave his arms around and get Danny's attention. Does Danny look at me, or is Danny just too distracted?
I feel like I'm going to, because Danny had no idea what the fuck is going on.
Fair.
And Danny does not have the arcane knowledge, and does not have the he does not have the arcane knowledge of Wark, nor does he have the smoothness of Alton. He has the potential to have been frightened in this situation. I'm gonna roll to see how he is handling this.
I feel like fear is the appropriate response to the situation.
He actually did okay. He is not panicking, and he is not frozen, but he is. You look towards him and try to wait for to get his attention, and you see that his like mouth is agape, and he's kind of sputtering, what? Wait, that's not his voice, but you get the idea. And
yes.
And as you wave to him, he is still sputtering as he turns to look towards you, and is looking for you for a sign of what to do next.
Alton points to the boats, like furiously, waving Danny towards the boats.
Okay, he steps backwards and then starts moving towards the boats. Question, what are you trying to get him to do in this moment? Are you trying to get him to flee, or are you trying to get him to prepare to like get you guys out?
I'm trying to get him to prepare the boats. I can't imagine that he's so scared that he would leave us here.
No, yeah.
But I want him I don't want him near this. I want him over there. I want him near the boats.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
He was like, I wasn't planning on having him flee unless that is what you were trying to get him to do.
No.
Okay, good.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, cool. Yeah, you see just like a visible relief on his face as you give him something to do that is taking him away from the situation, and so he runs over to the boats and yeah, is ready.
Okay. Alton is not going to move any closer, but he is going to try again to get Moreen's attention at least. Moreen, what do we do?
You hear some more sounds coming from her that are. You feel like you can make out a few words at first. You feel like you. But most of the words that she says, or most of the sounds are you just can't get any meaning out of them. While that is happening, the wind is picking up more, and the cloud cover is getting thicker above you. You feel your feet as water starts to pool around your ankles, and yeah, that's what happens right now.
Okay, I didn't know how much you were going to give me. I was just going to let you keep talking.
Yeah. Classic interview technique. Just don't talk.
Yep.
Let him keep going.
Yup. Okay, so is the whole island currently like a little bit underwater now? Like the tide has come up to cover like the sand where we are, at least?
You should be at low tide right now. It now appears to be at high tide. It appears to be high tide over the whole island, but also the water is especially like you can visibly tell that it is higher around her.
Okay.
It is up to like your ankles, but it's like she is crouched on the ground, kneeling on the ground, and it is up to her waist while she is kneeling.
She's still just kneeling there, huh? Work, what do we do?
I don't.
Do I need to draw another circle? And Alton is just like trying to draw a circle in the water that he's standing in.
Oh, that's so goodness. I don't know, Moreen. Is there? Oh God, something's happening to her face. And as he is
Alton
saying
runs
that,
over to where Wark is, like as he's trying to draw his damn circle
gotcha.
to help her.
Alton, as Alton is saying that, and as you move over, Moreen's face turns towards you guys, both of you guys, and you see that the sand, like you see her face. You see a humanoid face with a nose and mouth and ears and cheeks and all of that. Everything that goes on in a face. You know what a face is.
I've seen a face.
You've seen a face, one or two. Not gonna be brag, but you know. But the face is shifting with the sand, or the sand is shifting all over her, and you hadn't noticed that at first, looking at her hand and her claw, but now that you see that it is so clearly happening on her face, you can notice that it's happening all over her body, where the sand is just sort of shifting and reforming constantly, and you see the form of her lips constantly reshaping and covering up and flattening into a smooth surface, and then opening up back into her mouth as she appears to be trying to talk, but then changing back. And you see her nose like form and then go away, and the same thing with her ears, and just all of her like facial features keep just shifting, and her eyes have her eyes also are made of sand, but they have a strange a light glow to them, just a faint glow to them. And
you're really just out here making this a horror story, huh?
And as she is looking at you, her expression starts to change, and it flattens, and the sadness and confusion starts to slip away, and she's just looking at you, and she puts her hand, her human hand, on the ground and pushes herself up. And as she does, the water that has been pooled around her sinks down to her ankle level. And then she takes a single step towards you, and her feet rest perfectly on top of the water. And I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Hey Ty, can I ask a quick question while we do this?
Yeah, dog.
How angry, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being so angry, would you have been if I had just immediately gone to the boats and left?
I had a plan for that, and I don't want to tell you what it is in case you. I had a plan for this story to be able to continue if you were to flee.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Just curious.
Yeah.
What do you even add to initiative? Dexterity, right?
Fuck, man.
It's been so long.
Dexterity.
Okay. That's a solid 7 for Alton. Doing great tonight. It's a great night for the rolls to not be hot.
And let's roll for Wark as well. Hey, question. Are we keeping that that old-timey rule that I used to use, where a critical success gets you a surprise round, and a critical failure gets you like the missed round?
Sure.
All
he
right,
critically failed.
He critically failed.
What about Danny? He's still here.
Oh, you want me to roll for Danny? Yeah, that's a good idea in case it comes up, even though he's not right there. Oh, Danny did okay. He got a 12. Moreen, Moreen got a 17. Danny got a 15. Wark got a 1. Actually, Wark got a 0.
Or listeners, please send your thoughts and prayers and blood sacrifices and. Oh God.
Oh God.
This was not a character made for. Oh, Lumen. This is not a
Lumen.
character made for battle. Huh?
I kind of feel like we should not do the critical failure gets you a missed round unless
Wark
you
is the superstar of this team. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's skip on that. He's not a superstar. He just has like you need something. You need
I was
something.
gonna say he's got at least stuff he can do. Like Alton, I know you said we brought our bags and shit, but like Alton is currently unarmed, unarmored, and just very small.
So the first thing that happens as so Moreen steps across the water, just takes a couple of steps across the water towards you, and her facial expression has completely become devoid of emotion in this moment. And as she steps forward, walking across the water, she raises her claw and slams it at Wark. Oh boy.
Ty, I swear to God, if you kill Wark or Daniel, I will not be back for Alton Arc 3.
You will be
even if Alton survives. I will be done with this show.
Oh, don't worry, Mallory. Because Moreen raises her hand and goes to slam at Wark, and in that moment, Moreen, the facial expression, like the face reforms into her own face, and she pauses and looks confused for a moment, and then like swipes the hand down as her face shifts back, and Wark is given full time, manages to jump right out of the way because she totally critically failed that. Yeah, I don't think I can justify any reason why she would have gotten injured in that moment, but yeah, she completely missed. And I'm just going to end her turn right there. So now it is Danny's turn. He is staying at the boats, and now it is Wark's turn, or Alton's turn.
Ty, I have 2 questions, and I am fine with any answer to them. I just need to know, is it fair to say that Alton would at least have like a dagger on him?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I can't imagine he would have literally anything else. It would all just be in his bag, but
yeah,
we'll say he has a dagger that he always keeps.
You also know that that Wark carries a dagger, just cause, although he like you've never seen him use it. He just always has it with him.
Cool. And also because I've never needed to know how this works. How exactly, like what denotes a sneak attack?
Sneak attack is anytime you have advantage on a roll, or it's when you are actually sneaking up on someone.
Okay. Because I was trying to think of like if Moreen is distracted with Wark and also shifting back and forth, if she is distracted enough for Alton to be able to have a sneak attack, or if that's like a more specific game mechanic that I have not met the like whatever's for the
totally
qualification.
I think there is let me give you the exact rules.
Okay.
Is that that's important. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you can hit. What you hit with an attack if you have an advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon. You don't need an advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, and that enemy isn't incapacitated. So, because Wark is also right next to this person, you can get this.
Okay.
Also, you get extra damage based on the level you are in this class. What level are you right now? 6?
I get 3d6 now.
Look. Okay.
It's a heck of a dagger.
This becomes a lot more feasible.
I know, that's why I was like, because essentially it's the difference between don't even bother attacking, go get your stuff out of the bag, or try to get a hit in.
Yeah, totally.
If it was gonna because if it wasn't gonna be a sneak attack, I'm not just gonna do 1d6 worth of damage. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, defo.
Yeah, that would be dumb. But yeah, I guess. Oh man, like I feel. I'm trying to stay true to Alton, and it's hard right now because I feel like watching anyone come at Wark would make him immediately want to like defend Wark, but seeing like the weird hesitation thing would also throw him off from not
Man,
wanting to
I was
attack
trying to make-
Moreen.
Yeah, I feel you. I was
Like-
trying to be that, that was supposed to be like a benefit, but I get it.
I feel like that would make him pause to. But, oh man.
You can try to talk as a free action.
But then I feel like I'd lose my sneak attack.
That's fair.
Like that's why I haven't. Yeah, I feel like that would be silly to talk to someone and then sneak attack them.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is why I wanted Work to be able to go first. I was gonna follow Work's lead, but I feel like you're not gonna let me out of here without fighting. So Alton's just. Oh man. Yeah, I guess Alton's gonna attack. Fuck. He is going to just goddamn mad dash the creature, aiming for the claw, I guess.
Yeah. So she's like really close to you right now because she had approached Wark and you were near Wark when
Okay.
this happened. So you don't have to like dash forward or anything.
Okay.
So if you
Cool.
wanted to, you could like attack her and then move away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go attack at this claw with a dagger.
Do it.
I don't even remember how to attack besides. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. That is a 23.
Shit.
Praise.
Yeah, dog. You totally hit her.
So dexterous. I'll be back. Let me roll. Okay, so just to be clear, I roll 1d4 for the dagger and then an additional 3d6 for the sneak attack, right?
Yes.
Then it's an 11.
Nice. Not bad.
Yeah. And I'm going to use the cunning action,
Oh.
which is a bonus combat action I can do. I'm going to use this cunning action to disengage and move towards the boats,
Oh, awesome.
however close I can get.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. So, then it is Wark's turn.
Was there any kind of reaction when I just like stabbed with a knife?
No emotional reaction. Like, I mean, the
Just
figure
didn't really seem like it phased it that much at all.
like they reacted like you would expect a monster to react when getting stabbed by a dagger.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like it turned to you and said and was like, "Why did you do that?" or anything like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was using this to see like how much harm I'm gonna be able to do, and I feel like that was pretty much just about the best rolls I could get. So not great.
Totally, yeah. So now it is Wark's turn, and you notice as you were running, like disengaging as you're turning and maybe looking over your shoulder, you see him reach forward and also like following your lead, grab the claw, and you see the symbols that are drawn over his glove alight with arcane energy.
Ooh.
As he casts, you have no way of knowing this, but as he casts Shocking Grasp, which I had to look up to make sure that was not going to be affected by the fact that he's covered in water. It does not appear that water affects that spell at all. So
Okay.
I'm out ahead of that one.
Good to know. Because we're all in water right now.
Yes, exactly. Make a melee spell attack. How does that work?
You roll an attack roll and then add your
You would know
proficiency
this.
and your whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
Okay, cool.
My wizard days.
Yeah.
God, I hope
Oh,
that's
man,
right. If it's not right, don't tweet at me because then, or don't tweet at Ty because then Eli's gonna see it and he's gonna call me out for being wrong.
Man, this barely manages to hit. So as he grabs onto the claw, Moreen pulls away, but not before the electricity arcs between the glove and the claw. Dealing 1d8 lightning damage. 8.
Woo! I can never tell if you're like excited laughs and reactions are good for me or good for you?
I just like it when things are good for somebody.
Like that reaction could have been an 8 or a 1.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so Wark, because I'm on both people's sides right now.
Are you? Are you, Ty?
I'm on the side of high drama. Yeah, and you see just like electricity like arcing through this figure and sparking down to the water and sparking between their limbs. And then you see Wark follow after you. It'd be like, okay, they're frozen up for a second. Let me follow after Alton, follow Alton's lead. I think you have the right idea. He splashes through the tide towards where you are. He's a little bit slower than you, but he is catching up.
Is he?
I don't know if he is. I assumed he is, but maybe not. You probably have like another round before you will get to the kayaks, where the kayaks are.
Okay.
Cool. I've been saying
I didn't
boats
know
this
if
whole time.
I didn't know if I could respond.
If you want to.
I imagine that we can't have like too long of a conversation, but I didn't know. Okay. I imagine I only have time for one question, so I was trying to determine what I was going to ask.
Each time somebody like takes a turn or whatever, we can have like another like exchange, another like one-line exchange.
Okay. So he said, I think you have the right idea.
Yeah.
As he was coming up. I'm going to ask, is there anything we can do to change her back?
And as you ask that, you look past Wark towards Moreen, and the sparks are subsiding, and she starts taking a step towards you. You see her lift her foot out of the water, which it had sunken into, and then she steps down and once again is walking across the surface of the water towards you. She raises one of her hands, and I guess she raises her hand, not one of her hands. And you hear like this surge, the waves like strengthen, and a massive wall of water forms between you and Danny.
Boss!
As she continues walking towards you. It is your turn now.
Cool. So I can't even get to my bag.
Not necessarily. So this wall is maybe is about 30 feet long and like 10 feet high, and about a foot thick. So you could potentially like try to pass through it.
That's gonna be a hard no. So, okay. All right. Okay. So, how deep is the water right now where Alton is currently standing?
So it was only about up to your ankles. So of course it's moving. It was moving a little bit with the waves hitting the shore. But as this massive wall formed, the water that was around your ankles has pulled away into that tall structure. And the tide directly next to you has like moved out as all of the water nearby has like formed into this space, or formed into this wall.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, we just bust out my character sheet really quickly as I read all the things that might be in my pack and to see if it's worth trying to get to it. Oh, man, I feel like it is, but it's also not.
Now, I will point out this wall is, it's 30 feet long and a foot thick, but like, if you didn't want to run through it, you could potentially run around it. It would just slow you down some.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, Alton is going to shout to Danny, because I imagine that, I don't know what I imagine. I don't know. Alton's gonna shout to Danny, there's rope in the bag, get in the boats, tie them together, and stay close to shore. And then he's gonna run along the shoreline, like up the shore, like to try to get around the wall, but also like stay to where he's not going to be like underwater.
You got it, boss.
He says, like kind of muffled through the water. And as you run runaway Work follows you. Are you going to make any sort of ranged attack or anything like that?
I don't have the ability to. That's what
Gotcha.
I was trying to check to see, but I can't. So
You have
no.
a dagger, but like you're not going to throw your one weapon.
I'm not gonna throw it because it wouldn't
Yeah.
do any damage, and then I just would be daggerless.
Totally.
Work could probably do something though, maybe, right? Huh?
So Work runs up behind you, or Work is chasing after you around this wall. As you guys are both running, he reaches out and touches your shoulder. And are you wearing any armor?
I can't imagine why.
Okay. As he touches your shoulder, you don't really feel anything per se, but you see, like, over your limbs, just this soft glow shimmer, like, pass over your form that while you're running, which then mostly disappears, and it just looks like a vague blue translucence over you, as he casts mage armor against you. Your AC is now 13 plus your dex modifier.
Ooh.
So you are harder to hit.
Ooh. Are they running like next to each other?
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
running
if you
next to each
touched
other.
me. Yes. This isn't the time, but that was really cool. Do I have magic powers now?
No, you're just gonna be a little bit harder to hit, but still try not to be hit. Right after he says that, you hear some like you two are both running, and Moreen, who appeared to, like, last time you looked towards her, she was far away and she was not running particularly fast, but you glance back over your shoulder again, and she has gotten right, like, maybe 10 feet away from you, and you glance back again, she is right next to both of you, and she takes her crab hand and slams it at you. Fuck everything. 16?
That ties.
So it goes to the attacker, right?
I feel like I don't know if that's the real rules, but those are the rules that we've always followed.
I think those are the real rules, and the rules we've always followed as it goes to the player. So I think we'll go by the real rules. Okay, sweet. So she slams the claw down at you and deals 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And then locks the claw on you, on your arm.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool, 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 cool.
Cool.
Cool, 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 cool.
It is Danny's turn, and he is prepping those boats as you instructed. And now it is your turn.
Is the wall of water still up?
I think so. Attacking doesn't disrupt your concentration, right?
I don't think so. I didn't know how long the spell lasted. I didn't know, like,
Yeah.
if she used some kind of cool magic to, like, teleport right next to us, or...
Would using another spell turn off a existing spell?
I don't know, Ty. You're the DM. As far as I've always understood or assumed, and like how I played the only time I played a magical character is if you are doing a spell that requires concentration, you cannot do another spell that requires concentration without breaking the first.
Okay.
If that's incorrect, sorry everybody. But that makes logical sense to me, so that's what I've always done.
So Wall of Water does require concentration, but the spell that she used to get to you does not require concentration. So
Cool.
She's good.
Still Wall of Water, got it.
Yep. But you guys are right at the corner of it, so you can easily move around it in your next turn. So yeah, it is your turn right now. You are grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to know what that means? What that
Yes.
do? Okay.
Please.
There's all these rules and moves that we never actually use.
I mean, I can use my common sense to determine what grappled means, but I don't know, mechanics-wise, if there's something specifically I have to do to become ungrappled, because I can just disengage as a cunning action, but is grappling different than just being engaged with someone?
Okay. So, a grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed, and that's pretty much it looks like. But you can try to escape it with a dexterity or a strength saving throw. That would be your action for this turn.
Cool.
Or you could try to stab her.
Right. I feel like it's gonna do absolutely no good at all, but Alton is going to yell to Wark, keep going, and he's gonna stab her.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so roll that attack. I think that you have an advantage in this moment because she is like right on you. So you would have sneak attack even if Wark had run away.
I feel like that's incredibly generous, but I'll take it.
Wait, actually, let me double check the rules
I feel
of
like
sneak
you
attack.
can't sneak attack someone that's holding you, but
That's
Wark
fair.
is here. Wark is within 5 feet too.
Yeah, I think that you have sneak attack. There's nothing that says that you wouldn't have it. I don't know if you
So
would really.
I have it right now because Wark is also here. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if he moves away, I won't have it for the next round if he's
Yes.
still gone. But okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I will take one more sneak attack.
Do it.
It's very generous of you, Ty. That's a critical fail. Just stand by.
Oh, hey! Oh, this is a critical moment.
I love that you forget every time.
I do.
It makes me happy to see you just like look guilty and then relieved very quickly every time. Okay, so the second roll was a 18.
Okay. Yeah, that totally hits them.
Whew.
Woo!
Okay. Let me roll. Woo! I have rolled a 4, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Shit.
So 19? 19.
19.
That was
do
a
you
very
add,
good stab.
Do you add anything else to that, or is it just the rolls?
It's
Yeah,
just
you're-
the rolls, but I mean, I can add stuff if you want to.
Don't
oh,
you
shoot.
add-
I probably add my dexterity, don't I?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, then that's a 22.
Shit.
Hell yeah, what a good stab. I guess it's pretty hard to miss.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so now it is Wark's turn, and Wark is. Hey, I'm not gonna leave you here.
God
and
damn it.
he, I feel like he is not. Like, there's a moment where he like reaches forward with his glove, and then like, you very clearly like he rethinks shocking her in this moment when you are, being
Alton's
grappled.
like, do it!
So he.
Do it! 1d8 won't kill me!
Wait, do you really say that?
No, I don't really say that. What would
Okay.
that even mean?
I don't know, but he
He does scream, do it.
He grabs onto the claw that is around you and tries to like pry it off, and is like sort of positioning himself between you and Moreen while he's trying to pry this open. So I'm gonna have him roll a strength check.
Can we say that he has advantage because I would probably also be helping push this claw off of me?
Yes, but she is definitely fighting against him in this
That's
moment.
fair. Can I do a help out roll?
Alas, you did not do that during your turn. So yeah, he like it's a very low DC, but he did not meet it. So it is now Moreen's turn again, and okay, I know what I want to do here. She, seeing you two both like teaming up to pry off her claw, she raises up her human hand, and the wall of water behind you two just collapses. Thanks to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Find them at thejoydrops.com.
You can find us at sidecharacterquest.com, at SCQ Podcast on Twitter, or by email at sidecharacterquest@gmail.com.
The Scavengers Network.
Creator-driven,
community-focused,
treasured content.
This is gonna get cut and put in the bloopers.
8,
9.
10. We went all the way to 10 that time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I hadn't even thought about it. I'm distracted by what I'm going to show you. So you are looking at this screen right now. You can see my mouse, right?
Well, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to move the mouse to click over to that.
Okay, gotcha. So I guess just don't move your mouse when you're talking. So right now we are looking at D&D Beyond, and I was looking at one of my monster stat sheets, and I was just sort of waving my mouse over the screen, and next to new player guide in the menu, I noticed, oh, what's that? What's that right there? Is it a psychedelically colored, like, flashing wizard that says click to enable party time? I don't know what this is going to do. Let's find out together. Nothing happened. It just says click to disable. Oh no, it just stays there. It just stays there now. Okay, so it's very anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was
That
was disappointing for sure.
I think it would have been a lot more delightful if it was like, if I hadn't had that much build up. The screen
was gonna.
I know. I thought there was gonna be like a crazy thing, but no, it's just kind of hanging out. I do enjoy it. Let me just blow this up real quick so that Mallory can
it's a cute little feature. I think you just hyped it up too much.
I did hype it up too much. Oh,
and when you zoomed in, it disappeared.
It did indeed disappear. Apparently, it does not like what's the word I want? There it is. Now look at that guy partying. Nice. This was a waste.
No. No. It wasn't a waste. I'm so glad you showed me. It may not make it into the recording, but I'm still glad you showed me.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a waste. Hi, SC.
Yeah. Oh wait, let's stop this. Stop sharing. Hello.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should have let you just keep sharing so I could see your secret notes.
My secret
notes.
To
know how to defeat the monster that you have put in front of me.
Hello, and welcome to Side Character Quest. Today with me is Mallory. That was a weird opening. Hello.
That was a weird opening, and I'm almost certain that you could, if you boost that audio, you could hear my stomach growling. I was like trying to back away from the mic just a little bit.
You could also hear like some sounds that my throat made, like right as I opened my mouth. I'm gonna try. Let's do this again. I'm gonna try it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. It did it again. It made the noise again. My mouth.
I know. I'm still forever constantly aware of my mouth noises and how you're like, there's like the exact amount of water that you have to drink for them to just be a normal amount of mouth noises.
Yeah. Gosh.
And so now I'm always thinking, oh, I think I drank too much water.
I'm writing down people's health. I don't need to know yours because I don't want to. Tell me if you are literally about to die.
Cool. I imagine it's going to take a solid maybe 2 hits. It's real low.
Oh, man.
Alton is not beefy.
Yeah.
Because, what do I add to dagger?
There's a helicopter outside of my house.
God, I need to really work on... I use abbreviations for everything because we have to use abbreviations at work, like when we're entering stuff into the software because we only have so much space. And I think I'm going to remember what it all means, but I don't.
Fucking helicopter. Can you hear it?
I cannot, but it's also incredibly loud on this street, so I can just only hear all of the cars driving by.
Damn, that's a loud helicopter. Fuck. That's so loud. It must be like right above me. Okay.
The anticipation builds.
All right, I'm going to start my recording. I'm recording.
I'm recording now.
Let's count off. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
8. Wait.
8.
Nice. Thank you for recovering
10.
there. All right. All right, cool. So I think how we can do it, how we can handle it is like,
sorry.
Oh, no worries. Anytime
Eli makes fun of me that my like coughing sounds fake, but I'm just trying to clear my throat without sounding like a smoker.
Narrating battle is very difficult for me. I think there are additional rules that I'm forgetting. Just let me make sure.
This episode is going to be a masterclass in Dungeons and Dragons rules.
Gotta be cutting out all of this shit.